I just found it interesting. I didn't know this until pre-service prayer, that it was 2 years ago, this conference, right, that Brook came. Was it the first time you've ever come to the ramp?
No, the first time
First,
I came was
you just tell them.
okay. So the first time I came was actually in 2010. Raised in church. You want me to just tell them?
Yeah, just
Okay,
tell
okay.
them your story.
So basically, I came in 2017. I did not want to, but prior to that, for 4 years, I was struggling with severe depression. This is so emotional. Actually, this is crazy. I stepped into high school and I stepped into this relationship, and the enemy gripped me, and he gripped me severely and traumatically. I was severely depressed in this relationship. I gave up everything that I knew was pure. I gave myself in this relationship to even other people, including my purity. I gave it out. I didn't care about anything. I refused to believe in God. I call myself a deist. What else? Like, there's so much that I did that was wrong. It's hard to remember just because of who I am now. So I started smoking marijuana, and it led to some harder drugs, and then I began to sell drugs, and just the little innocent Brook that was raised in a Christian home was just gone. She was dead, I thought, and I hated my mom for praying for me. I'd hear at my doorstep when I was laying at night and just praying and interceding for me, and I was laying there doped out of my head, just like, I hate you, I hate you, I hate everybody in my family. And then I was put on antidepressants and anxiety medicine, and it controlled every single bit of my emotion. I didn't know who I was. I didn't know what I wanted. I didn't want to live any longer. And after several times of even trying to kill myself, I ended up just realizing, like, I'm worth nothing. I'm not even worthy enough to kill myself. Like, what is this? Why am I here? I have no purpose. And 2017, all these things, it was about time. I remember I was just all the time high. My mom comes to me and she's like, I want you to come with me to Fall Ramp. And I was like, no, no. And she's like, please, because my brother and everybody lived here. They were a part of RSM. And she was like, well, just stay the weekend. Just come with me. And I was like, you know what? Whatever. I'll go with you, Mom. I convinced myself when I got here I was just going to sit back there, wasn't going to do anything. I wasn't going to encounter the Lord, nothing like that. And then I get in here because I finally just gave in to my mom. I was high on the way here, and I get here and I walk through the door and something just felt a little different. It just felt a little different. But I still managed to get through the conference the first night and the majority of the second day services, and just stood in the background, just, clap my hands every now and then, thinking like, well, maybe Mom will think I'm feeling it, I wasn't. But then the last night of the last service, I was standing right back there, and they were just singing this song, and I was just like, God, if you're real, then I want to encounter you. I want to feel you. I just want to know. And it's like, in that moment, it's like I levitated up to the altar. I swear I didn't even walk. I got up here, and it's everything was just lifted off of me in that moment of surrender to the Lord. I no longer was a drug addict. I no longer depended on a little blue pill to give me an emotion. I no longer didn't know who I was. I was given identity. I was given purpose. And just a couple months later at a winter ramp, I stood right back over here in the same spot. And the Lord told me, he said, he wanted me to throw that medicine away because I was still taking it. And I had no emotion. Like I tell people when I explain my testimony that it was black and white. I didn't know color. I didn't know how what anything looked like or what emotion felt like. And I was still struggling with that even after I'd given my life over to the Lord. So I was obedient. I threw my medicine away that I'd been on, which was way too much for my weight at the time. Threw it away. Didn't have one withdrawal. And was completely set free from all anxiety and depression. And I can confidently stand here and say before you that I have been redeemed and set free because of the Redeemer who set me free.
Come on, give Jesus one more praise. He did it. Jesus did it. Nobody else can do this. And I've got to watch her. Thank you. You may be seated. I've got to watch Brook over these past couple of years, just glowing with God, standing in these altars, standing in these worship services for the past 2 years, and here at this ministry now at RSM, and just seeing the fruit of the power of the blood of Jesus just manifested in her life.